Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and you can leave your comments in the comment section. Now this video is a follow-up video to a previous one that I did about my journey to the UAE. Now I have gotten a lot of questions asking how did I get to start teaching in the UAE, and also how is it teaching in the UAE. I'm also asked what are the benefits of teaching in the UAE. Now again, the UAE stands for the United Arab Emirates. Now there are 7 Emirates, and those seven Emirates form the UAE, with Abu Dhabi being the capital of the UAE. Now I know there are some persons who are of the assumption that the entire area is called Dubai. No, Dubai is just one of the 7 Emirates. Abu Dhabi is the capital and the largest. So Dubai is just like the, the tourist area and so on, but right across the 7 Emirates. It is fun, and there are things to do right across the 7 Emirates. And yes, teachers are here working in all 7 Emirates. If you like the busy, some areas are very busy, so if you like the busy lifestyle and so on, or you just want a quiet, laid back place, then you can decide which of the Emirates you prefer to live and work in. Okay, so how did I get this teaching job in the UAE? So I signed up with a recruiting company called Direct Teachers, and they are on Facebook. Now I will put the different links that you can use to get a teaching job in the UAE in the description. So at the end of this video, you can look in the description box, and then you will see the different ways in which you can apply to get a teaching job in the UAE. So I signed up with Direct Teachers. Now this recruitment company, no charge, no agency fee. I know there are some overseas programs that teachers are really interested in doing, but the cost that comes with it, they really can't afford it. Now working in the UAE, getting a teaching job in the UAE costs you nothing, I'll say. The only thing you pay for is to get your certificates attested in Jamaica. So before coming to work here, you must take your degrees, your transcripts to the Ministry of Education in Jamaica and get them attested. Then the next step is to take it to the Foreign Affairs Ministry to also get it attested. That is all you pay for. And of course, when you go to the ministry, that the attestation is free of cost. The only thing you pay is when you go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and you have to pay there to get your documents attested. Guys, that is all you pay when you get a job in the UAE. So no agency fees. So I signed up with Direct Teachers. I registered on their website, and then I also sent the recruiter my CV. Now first and foremost, make sure you have a very good CV. Make sure your CV is not a book. Try to make it so concise that it fits on like just 2 pages, and sell yourself on your CV. Now to work in the UAE, you must have a bachelor's degree. A diploma will not work here. You must have a bachelor's degree, and the degree must be in your teaching area. So you can't have a diploma in teaching, primary education, secondary education, but your degree is in finance or mass communication or some other sort. Your degree must be in the teaching area that you are applying for. So that's the first thing. For most schools, they want you with 2 years teaching experience after having your degree, but of course they do employ what they call newly qualified teachers. Yes, so I signed up with Direct Teachers and I sent them my CV. Now your CV must have a picture on it. Put your best face forward. Yes, your CV must have a picture on it, and yes, you send your CV to the recruiter. She has a look at it, and you know, the first thing she's gonna look at, of course, is your experience and if you are qualified in working here. And yes, you will get a message from her, and then she will take you step by step throughout the process. What she does is send your CV across to different schools in the UAE, have a look at your CV and decide if they want to interview you. When the company secures an interview for you, guess what, guys? The recruiters at that agency, they give you step by step help in preparing for your interview. Yes, they send you some questions that you can study, that you can practice, so that your interview goes well. Yes, they are so accommodating. They guide you step by step. Now, having secured an interview and this school interviews you and your interview was successful, the next step is to send them all your attested documents that you attested back in your home country. So wherever you are from, you get your documents attested in your home country, and yeah, that's the first step. So you do your interview and you are successful. Now guys, you don't have to be thinking, how am I going to find the fare to come to the UAE? Yes, the UAE is very far, and the fare is expensive. Yes, it is. And guys, you don't have to think about your fare, because all the packages here, they provide you with your airfare to come here. They pay for your visa. How do you get your visa? They process your visa, and your visa is sent to your email along with your ticket. No headache. No headache. So when you get here, after teaching for 1 year, guess what, guys? You get another return ticket back to your home country. So they pay your ticket to get here, and also after you complete 1 year, you get a ticket to go back home to see your friends and family, and the ticket is a return ticket, so you get to come back for your job in August again. Isn't that a plus? Yes, but it doesn't mean that you can't go home within that 1 year. If it is that you decide to go home during that 1 year, then you have to pay. So let's say it's Christmas or it's spring break and you decide to travel, then you have to find your ticket at that time. However, when you're going home for summer, your school pays for your ticket. Now, upon coming here, you would have to give them, you know, which airport in your home country you are traveling from. So there are some schools that do the booking for you, so they know the route that you travel and they do the booking. There are some schools that give you the money to book your ticket. Now, of course, they have done their, you know, their checks with the different airlines, travel agencies, so they have an idea how much it is that your airfare, a return ticket, will cost for you. If it is that they give you your return money for you to purchase a ticket yourself, and you source a ticket and it costs more, then you have to put the extra. But at least you get an amount that can buy a ticket. And so it depends on the route that you decide to travel, then the amount that they give you might not be able to take you home. Because there are some routes to go back to your home country that might have you going across, having different connecting flights in different countries. Yeah, but there are schools who pay for your entire airfare, and yes, so guys, that is a plus. Okay, so you are now here in the UAE, and like I said, that is just Direct Teachers. Another way to get employed in the UAE, you can apply to direct schools. So you can go on Google or other sites and find schools here in the UAE, and you will see their career section, and you can just upload your CV there. So you can go on the Ministry of Education website here, and so those are the government schools. and the government website, and then you can upload your CVs there, or like I said, you can apply to direct schools here. But as I said, also I will leave some in the description box. I will leave some different options of how you can apply for a teaching job here. Okay, so your visa and your ticket is sent to you in your email, and everything is set up. You know who's of course your school is going to send somebody to pick you up from the airport, so no need to worry about that, guys. Unlike other teaching programs where you have to source accommodation before you come, when you arrive, you have to be thinking about getting furniture. Guys, what are the pros to working in the UAE? You come to a furnished accommodation. Yes, you come to a furnished accommodation. You get a bed, you get a refrigerator, you get a washing machine, a stove, some schools a microwave and a kettle, your pots and pans, your cutlery. Yes, a lot of schools provide those things, but the basic furniture, that's what you get. So your stove, your microwave, your fridge, and your bed, your closet, all of that is provided, guys. Your salary is tax-free. Now, okay, so let me backtrack. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yes, so your visa and your ticket, like I said, is sent to your email, and you arrive in the UAE. There is somebody to pick you up from the airport. You are taken to your accommodation, and you're provided with some snacks to last you until you're able to get around. And guys, the schools are so accommodating. You're not going to come and be left on your own. Somebody's going from the school is going to take you out the following day, take you to get sometimes, you know, get a SIM card, show you where 1 or 2 malls are. And I have found that the teachers are very friendly. So you okay, so you might ask, what is the best time to apply? Now, the best time to apply is during the months of February, March, right back to June. That's the best time to apply. But it doesn't mean that that's the only time you can apply. You can apply any time throughout the year. Because when I started working here, I got this job in September and started in October. I have friends from Jamaica who came in November, who came the following January. So from time to time, teachers go back home for different reasons, or their contract, based on the time when they started, their contract finished in the middle of the year. So you can apply at any time. All right. Now, whereas the teaching job is concerned, I was asked, do I have to speak Arabic? No. First of all, you are employed to most of the private schools or the government schools. You are applied because you are recruited because you are a native speaker, English language. Yes, so they mostly employ teachers who are native English language speakers. So your subject area is taught in English, so no need to worry that you have to learn Arabic. Of course, it's fun learning some words, so when the kids use some words, you actually know what they are saying. So over time, you will learn some words. You will learn an Arabic word, how to tell them to sit or to stop talking or to say good morning. So, but no, you teach your subject in English. I was asked also about job security. What's the difference between working here in the UAE and another country? Guys, I think job security here is a plus. I know many of the other teaching contracts in other countries, like you get a 2-year contract or you get a 3-year contract, and at the end of the contract you have to go back home to your home country and wait another 2 years or so. Here, once you start working here, of course you are placed on probation. Now you pass your probation, and you're fully employed, because yes, you have to put your best foot forward. But if you are a dedicated teacher coming from your home country, then you have no issues you know, carrying out your duties professionally and to the best of your ability. So you pass your probation period and you finish your 2-year contract that you are given, or your 3 years contract. Guys, no need to go back home. No need to worry that, okay, my contract is finished, I have to go back to my home country. Once you are here and your contract is finished, all you have to do, guys, is source another school on your own. And that is so easy. It is so easy when you are already here to find a new contract, to find a new job. So you finish your 2-year or 3-year contract that you were given. Before your contract finishes, then you just start looking for another job and start doing interviews. And guys, another plus to it is that if you come to a school and you finish your 2 years or your 3 years contract and that school is pleased with you, you can stay at that school until you decide to leave. Yes, so it doesn't mean that because your 2-year contract has finished or your 3-year contract has finished, it means that you have to leave the school. No, if you are comfortable with the school that you're at and the school was comfortable with you while you were working there, then they will ask you, do you plan to stay at this school? Do you want to stay? So guys, that's another plus. Yes. Now, another question I was asked is, what is the curriculum that is taught here? Now, when I just came here first, I taught at the in a private school, and that was a British curriculum school. So there are schools here that use the British curriculum, and there are schools here that use the American curriculum. There are also Canadian schools here. So those are the curriculum used at across different schools. So your school is if the school is a British school, you will be using the British curriculum also with the national curriculum. So yes, you have to also use a national curriculum, but the national curriculum is basically used for the subjects such as Arabic studies, Islamic studies, yes, basically UAE social studies and so on. You follow the UAE national curriculum. Same thing if you are teaching at an American curriculum school, then that curriculum is used in tandem with the country's national curriculum. Yes. Yeah, so that's basically most of the questions that I was asked. And in terms of salary too, while you might find that in other countries the salary might be close to the one here, the pros to that is that your salary here is tax free. Your school pays for your utilities, so your light, your water is paid for already. You are in a fully furnished accommodation. You fully AC, yes, air condition is in your apartment. Okay, internet. So if you want your Wi-Fi, now that's the only bill that you would have to pay for. And of course, guys, I worked at a school already that paid for the Wi-Fi. So not only I got my electricity bill paid and water paid for, the Wi-Fi was also paid for. Yes, so guys, when you get your salary, all of it is yours. So whatever the amount that is in your contract, that is what you get. No tax is drawn from it. You get all of that to do whatever you want to do. Yes, so, and another thing, guys, there are schools that transport you to and from work. Yes, my first job here, the staff bus picked me up every morning and evening after school, to school functions and so on. And there are some schools too that have their accommodation in walking distance. In another video I will show you that how I can just easily walk to school. Yes, so there are so many perks. You don't have to be thinking, oh, I have to get a vehicle to get around to school. No. And if your school does not provide transportation to take you to work, guys, the teachers are so friendly. They carpool, or they will, you know, get a small bus and everybody pool together and get to school, or it's just a taxi ride away. So everything is just basically smooth. Yes, so I hope I have answered most of the questions that you would want to ask. Yes, so feel free, like I said, to leave a comment in the comment section, and like I told you before, I will put the different links of how you can apply in the description box. Now remember to like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Yes, don't just watch it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, so keep abreast with what I'm doing, and turn on your notification bell so you can know when I post a new video. So I will do another follow-up video. I'll be showing you different teaching apartments in the UAE. Yes, different apartments that schools provide. Thank you so much for watching. As always, walk good and God bless you.